Yeah, like I mean, just like in any friendship, right? You reach out to people and see what they're doing, see what's going on. I think it's not even part of it is the culture, but even part of it is just modern day.
Yeah.
Like there's a friend that I know here that I just reached out one day and asked her, just like I gave her a call, just like, so how you doing, what's going on, like that. And she was just so she was like taken aback a bit, because she's like, no one calls to just say, how are you doing today, and that's gets kind of sad, like,
Oh my God.
just to say, 'cause I wasn't like I'm trying to plan something or wanted something from, and so it's just like, this, how you doing? Last time we
Yeah.
talked, you were kind of stressing a little bit, so I'm just calling to say what's going on.
Well, you're that type of person, though. I get that from you. You would reach out to almost anybody that you have a connection with.
Yeah, I tend to do that, you know.
For me, I tried doing that, and I think I was successful last weekend. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I invited a friend of mine to have ice cream.
Okay.
Yes, I'm non-dairy, but
That. Wait a minute. Wait. We just had gelato.
however, yeah, I don't have a lot of dairy in my diet for like 5 years.
This dairy in
Oh
your.
yeah, this is a dairy now, but I don't consume it like on a
Okay.
regular basis, like So
Okay.
if I have this now, then maybe I won't have another latte until maybe October or
Oh, okay.
December,
Gotcha.
that kind of thing. And it's the same with the ice cream. I wanted to hang out with my friend, and I didn't want to invite her to a place that I think was too expensive
Right.
or way out of like traveling too far to get to. So I was like, everybody loves ice cream. And then I saw an opportunity because $1 Million Ice Cream had their anniversary. And I was like, oh my God, maybe I could invite somebody to just see how they're doing, catch up with them over ice cream and not just by texting.
Right.
Because sometimes we text a lot and then we never really hang out.
Right.
So she was really happy. She came, she had ice cream. We talked about business, we talked about all kinds of stuff. And business in terms of what she's up to with the business that she's doing. And not more so like, oh, can we do something together? It was
Right.
just really free, relaxing, enjoying the ice cream. And it was a vibe. So
Yeah.
I did try to step out of my comfort zone and be like, okay, let's do what somebody normal would do. Because sometimes I feel like I'm not so normal.
I think everyone feels like that sometimes, though. You know. And then we just you start to become like a creature of habit. Like if you're comfortable inside,
Yeah,
it can be hard to venture outside.
that's true. That's true.
So no, I totally get that.
So what would you tell the people who want to stay inside and then complain that they don't have a connection?
Yeah, that doesn't work that way. If you're looking for a connection, listen, if you're not looking for one, then stay inside. But if you're looking for that, you're gonna have to go out. You're gonna have to reach out to people, and there's a variety of ways. Like if you're in Tokyo, there's like tons of stuff going on, right?
Yeah.
There's like different events.
Yeah.
You can go on to meetup.com and find all kinds of things happening there,
That's true.
right? If you're black in Tokyo, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like in that, it's a small community, but there's a lot. Soul Food House and
I'm glad you
lounge.
mentioned that. I saw the open mic nights.
Open, and
Yes,
they're doing
I
a
saw
lot.
That. That was so cool.
They're doing a lot, and it's not just for black folks, but it's like as far as like
Yeah.
they're doing a lot of events for that. Yeah, there's a lot that you can do. Like I'm in the country, so there's not that much going on. One thing that's interesting, like one of the things foreigners tend to complain about is saying they kind of feel like relationships with Japanese friends, they're kind of like one-sided, or they don't ever get invited. I'm sure you've had that experience. Like you invite your Japanese friends, they'll come to something that you're doing, but when they have something, they're not calling you. And so people complain about that a lot. But I think there's also, we have to look at some of that. So some people will say, okay, well, they're doing that because they're foreign. And there could be some truth to that too, but there's also this kind of, I think, relationship thing that they have in the culture where there's like this three rings. And I've kind of read about this before, but it's like
Yeah.
you've got your inner circle.
Educate me.
You've got like your inner circle, and you've got your the middle ring around there. Like inner circle's like your family and this and that. And there's your friends, and then there's like your shitty eye.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And so if your Japanese friend is your friend and you're inviting them out, they're going to come, hang out, and do the things. But you might not be in the inner circle of them and their friends.
Yeah.
So they might not invite you to that because you're not, you know what I mean? You're not in the friend circle there. And I think if you look at it that way, some of it makes a little, you take it a little less personal.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can still be like, well, you still could invite me, but you take it a little less personally.
I think so. I think you're right. You hit the nail on the head with that one because I don't know if it's because I'm Jamaican, why I don't let anything bother me. You know, Jamaica is like, we're always like, Jamaica, no problem. Coconuts, beaches, and we don't care about anything. But I find that with my Japanese friends, like you said, there is, I have 2 or 3 Japanese friends.
Right.
One that I could go to her house
Right.
at any time, and I can call her at any time, and she will come. And I've been to her house, and we've made like Christmas cake at her house all the time. And I know that I should make a cake for myself
Right.
and one for her family.
Right.
Because on the day when we cut my cake, me and her, we're gonna enjoy it. But the next day, she's gonna cut her cake with her family.
Right.
And I'm not gonna feel any kind of way about it. I'm just happy that I was able to give to her so that she could actually explore and like experience that with her family.
Right.
Yeah, and they talk about it.
Yeah.
So she would come back and say, "Oh, my sister really loved the cake," and she's like, "Hopefully we can make it again next year," and things like that. So instead of feeling like, "Oh my God, I'm not being invited,"
Right.
I created something where I am being talked about,
Right.
even if I'm not there.
Right.
So I like that, and I feel like I can appreciate when somebody says, "Okay, yeah, you can come to my house Saturday night, but tomorrow I have to go take my nephew to a game and stuff like that," and I'm cool with that.
If you can observe it happening with the Japanese friends, with their Japanese friends also. They do the same thing,
Oh my God, yeah.
right? If the person is not if their other friend, and I noticed this, I can remember a specific case, it's like where I met this group of people, right? And we were all hanging out together, and I assumed that they were all close friends. Right? They were all Japanese. I assumed they were all close friends to each other.
Yeah.
But they were all there because of one specific person who was the same person that invited me.
Okay.
Right? But outside of that, they had their own groups. All right? Because I was new to the group. They knew each other, but they didn't like hang like that. So that's like, I observed the same thing happening that a lot of us as foreigners are like, damn, why are we excluded? But it's just, I think it's just part of the culture and how that normal interaction. So understanding that a little bit helps lessen it, making it less personal.
Okay. Don't you think that happens in our culture too, though? Because I find like, when we have a clique or we have a group, we tend to just stick together and like.
I think, but I think there's also probably a slightly different dynamic when we as foreigners in a different space are looking for interaction.
Yeah.
And so we're going to take it a little bit harder if we feel like, oh, they're purposefully excluding, right? If you're back home, you're not in a foreign space.
That's
you
right.
know what I mean? Even if you're being excluded, you can take it some kind of way, but you're also in your home, in your space. So I think it's a little bit of a different dynamic.
That's true. Yeah, totally agree with that because if I'm not being invited when I'm back home, I don't really care. I don't care. It's like, okay, I'll just go to the beach or do something else.
Oh, I got friends, I got other family, I got, you know what I mean?
Every other thing going on.
Yeah, so I think there's a little bit of a different dynamic.
Okay.
And again, I'm not saying that there aren't times when people are just saying, we don't want that foreigner around. That might happen too, But I think there's, other ways to look at what might be happening.
Right. Don't take it personal.
Or take it less personal.
Take
or,
it less personal.
Or,
Okay.
keep doing you and just,
Exactly. I like that. I like how you say keep doing you. So what are you doing to keep doing you these days?
I stay in the mix of a lot of different things. Like I was with my friend yesterday, so I'm up here this time because I did a lecture at one of the universities on AI
Yeah.
for medical students, the ethics of it, the safety, because we don't need them taking shortcuts, not if you're the future doctors.
Exactly.
So I did that one there, and then I've got
The workshop.
well, that's tomorrow. I fly to Okinawa to do two workshops, another one on AI and then one on Qigong. But while I was up here, I met a bunch of different friends and things like that. So I do a variety of things. So the teaching, I do these workshops,
Wellness.
wellness stuff. I don't know, what do? I just released my second book a couple weeks ago.
5555.
Yeah, 5555 English sentences.
I
Got
saw
other
that.
books in the book.
I got fascinated with the numbers because I don't know about you, but I am like with manifestation and numbers, I go crazy.
Oh,
If I
okay.
see a 1111, 1111, or if I see a 369 method and things like that. So when I saw the 5555, that was immediately what came to my mind. Like this should be able to help people remember the English sentences, and I'm like, this is so cool. So,
I think the point, that was like, I kind of trimmed the sentences to make it fit that 5555 because it's like when you see it, it's like it stands out. Like, what is that?
yeah,
Right? So there had to be something.
Nikolai Tesla kind of stuff.
What?
There's a guy called
I know,
Nikolai
I
Tesla.
know Nikola Tesla.
It looks like that to me. Like I know English, I'm native, but when I saw the numbers, I was intrigued.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm like, that was a good thing. I like
Yeah.
that.
So I've done that. I work on a lot of variety of different projects. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
My friend is often like a friend I met yesterday, a Japanese friend of mine. She was just like, "I don't want nanimono. Like, what are you? What do you do?" Yeah,
That's interesting. That's an interesting question.
yeah. Because I've also like with the books, with the teaching that I did. I was working with a company on a contract basis developing a software platform. And she's like, when did you learn how to do that? She's like, why? Because I actually reached out to her and her daughter to help me do a beta test.
Okay, good.
So just a variety of different things. And then, I don't know.
So would you encourage people to keep building on themselves and learning?
Yeah,
and,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Given.
These days, there's so much out there as far as materials to learn whatever you're interested.
Yeah, because you were saying like, you'll be surprised at what simple things people don't know because they've never like tapped into
Right.
that era, and you're like, I know so much about this, but maybe if I talk to another person, they'll be like, what do you mean?
Right.
That kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it's a good way to
absolutely.
look at it.
Absolutely. And like, for example, like I've, with the AI and stuff, I've been, to me, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I want to play with it all of it, right? And just test it all out.
Yeah.
And with that comes understanding of it. But when I think about it, like, it's like, now it's like common, to me, it's like, oh yeah, this is how it works, of course. But not everyone understands that. And so there you have your opportunity to communicate with others, to
Right.
share that knowledge, to teach that knowledge as well. And you would think, okay, well, I know this, but so everyone must know it. But that's not necessarily true. So,
All right, I'm gonna pull your legs a little bit
uh-oh,
because
uh-oh.
you said you're going to share and you're going to teach. And I've met people in my life who have held back
Sure.
on information because they, for whatever reason, they were the ones who did all the work.
Okay.
And they're not about to just give away anything like that. But I know you're a kind of person and you always do that.
Well, hey, okay.
So you always share, you're always giving. Like, I've never had a conversation with you where I left feeling like I didn't learn anything. Like, I'm
Okay.
always better at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, even if it's a phone call.
Okay.
So
Tell the world.
yeah, so that's what I want you to tell the world. Like, these people, how they can like not feel like they're giving away their secret or their souls, or yeah, how can they feel gratitude? Because I know you feel a lot of gratitude when you see people take your ideas that you give them, your advice, and make it into something.
Yes. I don't, how to make people feel. I don't know. I don't know how I would answer that. How to make people feel a certain way. I do try to freely share some information, some basic concepts, and it could be to my detriment. So it's like instead, like, oh, you should have hired me instead. I don't know how it makes someone feel a certain way off of it, but I don't know. I just always done that. You know, I've actually been told, like, you know, yeah, you should stop that. You do too much for free. You should stop that. Yeah. So I've kind of, but sharing knowledge, yeah, that's not the thing. As far as doing for, then it's like, okay, look, I might need to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fair. I like that.
Yeah.
Because anything that is too free, people perceive it as like not so good.
Yeah, or they just, move on.
Yeah.
So,
That's
but
true.
I don't think it's, like I said, there's so much knowledge out there that, you can point people in right directions.
Yeah, ChatGTP.
Say that
Gemini.
again? Say that again?
ChatGTP and Gemini.
GPT.
Yes, ChatGTP. What did I say?
You said GTP.
Oh my god.
GPT.
ChatGPT.
Right.
That's what I said. No.
Say it again?
ChatGTP.
GPT.
Oh my god, ChatGPT. That's the Jamaican coming out right there, guys.
But yeah, I mean, those are good. I think one of the things that I was lecturing about is, as far as knowledge, you've got to, with those in particular, you have to make sure you verify anything that comes out of there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because it can be confidently wrong.
Yeah.
And you've got to make sure it's clarity. Right. It's not a primary source for any kind of research.
Exactly.
Right. It can help you work through things, summarize things, brainstorm, that type of stuff. But you always want to check its work.
Yeah. That's good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to tell people what you're drinking?
This is rooibos tea.
Rooibos tea? Why did you choose that?
Because I like herbal tea and it's non-caffeine and it's hot and it's a little chilly right now. So
does it does it help you with your inflammation?
I don't know. I don't drink it enough to know if it helps with any inflammation.
Well, I'm just having Sakura matcha latte.
Never had a matcha latte actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they say matcha makes you look younger, or so they say.
Because it's very high in antioxidants.
Exactly.
It helps to eliminate free radicals, which is what causes damage to some of the systems,
Exactly.
etc., etc.
Cheers to the matcha.
Cheers to the matcha. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And how about you?
How do I interact with people and get involved?
Get involved, meet new people,
That's the question is going to make me so vulnerable right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm an introverted extrovert, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
I will have seen something online and I'm like, oh my God, this is great. I want to go. And the night before, I'm fighting with my emotions to make sure that I show up to this event. And when I go there, most of the time, when I go to these places, I often meet a lot of people who are really cool and chill. And
Right.
at the end of the night, I do my processing, and I was like, oh my God, it was worth it.
Right.
But the struggles leading up to that
Yeah. Yeah.
is something that I've tried to become better at.
Right.
I just try to see every meeting up as an opportunity
Right.
to either learn something about me and something that's beneficial to me, or learn that I don't want to be in that situation again.
Right.
So I look at it like that, and I just go out.
Right.
Sometimes by myself, sometimes I try to invite other people, and I find like that's working for me.
That's good.
That's working.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel comfortable. I think I know some people. If I need anything, I know who to call or who to message.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it's working.
Yeah, you know people.
I do.
You know, we sat down and I was talking about the lecture that I did, and you're like, "Oh, this is the only university I know." Like, yeah, that was it. Oh, do you know this professor? Like, yeah, that's who I was talking to. Oh, do you know this person here? Yeah, that's who I was talking about. Oh, I meant like yeah.
I'm like that. I tend to have a nice grip on a circle that's really meaningful to me. Like grateful for those people. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I do it.
It can be important in where, especially when you're in another country, to have some kind of way to connect with people, some outlet, something to get into,
Yeah,
because you're far away from everything you know.
exactly.
You're far away from everyone you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen people, just not cope well with that. And there's a lot of foreigners. If you go, even you scroll to social media and you see them on TikTok or something like that, talking about, I just don't go out anywhere. I go to work and come home, and that's it. And I think there is a big issue with kind of I don't know if it's say a loneliness with foreigners in Japan
I think
sometimes.
so.
Yeah,
I think most of it is on the person, though.
it can be. Yeah,
I think because I remember when I got here in 2012, I started working out
right.
in Yoyogi Park
Okay.
with a bunch of guys from Sogo Fitness. Suns out, guns out. That's the slogan. Sogo Fitness. And this was an invite that I got from another person I knew. And if I were saying like, oh my God, it's too far
Right.
because I live in Yokohama, why am I going to Tokyo on every Sunday to work out? Like I didn't have those like expectations, or I didn't let anything hold me back.
Right.
I was just always like, okay, let's go. I don't care who I meet. I don't care what's up. I'm just going to have fun. And yeah, that worked.
Yeah.
So people should probably try to do that, not have lots of expectations, because
Yeah.
sometimes you'll just go to a place and it's just not your vibe. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world, right? You can go to another place and it is your vibe.
Yeah.
It's just how life is.
Yeah. And there's a lot to experience. One of the things that I don't know, maybe you can answer from the Jamaican side, but coming from, US, I like seeing us out here
Yeah.
experiencing things, because back home we have societal expectations put on us, and we have self-imposed expectations put on us. But when you're outside of that environment, you can see people letting that go and experiencing things that back home you might not have tried,
Yeah.
And so I think that's a good thing. I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Right?
I
And
totally agree.
so I don't know what it's like coming from the Jamaica side, if there's the same type of situation back home.
I think it's the same because take for example wearing a kimono
Right.
or a hakama for the guys. Back home, you would not see guys wearing
Right.
that kind of
Right.
outfit,
Right.
embracing another culture, and like, we're just wearing jeans and t-shirts or jerseys or something.
Right.
But I see a lot of Jamaicans, they come here and they get deep into the culture. They're wearing those slippers.
Right.
I forgot the name of them. You can't even walk in them.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of those.
The Japanese slippers. They're wearing the hakama or the happy coats,
Right.
and they're enjoying the festival and just being themselves and like being real, exploring the culture to the T. And I'm like you said, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And
No expectations. Nobody trying to say like, oh my god, what is he wearing? Like,
yeah, we don't do that.
exactly. So
Yeah.
I feel like here, I don't know if me saying that we're a little bit invisible.
No,
is
it's
good.
true. No, it's to some parts, yes, we are. Like there's tons of pressures that Japanese folks have that us as foreigners don't have,
Don't have.
and we can skate by on some of that.
Yes.
You know, and it would be the same thing if they were going to your country, right? They don't have to be aware necessarily because they're a visitor of like the politics of what's going on, or maybe what society expects you to do. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And I think it's not just Japan; it's anywhere where you're not from that place.
That's true.
You don't have all of whatever their society has on your shoulders.
Right.
You know, so there is something kind of freeing in that.
I like it. I think these days people are more leaning towards freedom and living their lives. And as you get older, you're like, I just want to be free. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. All right.
My tea is cold.
All right. So on that note, we're gonna wrap up the video, and I hope you guys were able to get some of the gems that we shared today. And Jay has like social media.
Yes, I
You guys
do.
can check him out. Tell us your handle.
Timid MC1 at Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the one
The
I
main
use the
one.
most. Yeah.
And then that would lead people to all the other things that you have.
I guess that would just to me specifically.
Exactly. Reach out to him because as you guys can see, he knows everybody.
I don't know everybody. I don't know everybody.
Oh my god. Well, yeah. Enjoy Okinawa and thanks for chatting it up.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. We finally got it done.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. We've been meaning to do this for a long time, guys. It's done. And catch you guys in another video. See y'all. Peace out.